Hi, today I'll be showing you how to start to drive manual. I've got an old and a new vehicle with manual transmissions. As you can see here, this does not look like a normal vehicle. We've got the gas pedal, the brake pedal, and the clutch. Older vehicles are the same, with a gas pedal, a brake pedal, and a clutch. In the middle, you will find a shift stick. This here will select what gear you are in. When it's in the middle and loose, you're in neutral. This one, on my 1998 Jeep Cherokee, is a 5-speed. This one, on my 2019 Jeep Compass, is a 6-speed. Now what that means is, just like an automatic, this shifts through gears. When I have my foot on the clutch, I go through 1, 2, middle, up, 3, 4, to the right and up, 5, 6. On this particular car, you lift up and all the way over for a reverse. Now, to start the car, you're going to place your foot on the clutch. And you're going to make sure the car is in neutral. Press your foot on the brake. This particular car has a push button, and it starts right up. Now you can release from the clutch as long as it's in neutral. If you're in a gear, you'll go forward. The same can be said for older vehicles. I'm in neutral. My foot is on the clutch and the brake. I'll insert the key, turn over, and it starts right up. Neutral, I can let off the clutch. Again, old and new vehicles, if I'm in gear and I let out the clutch, the car will lurch forward. If your foot is on the brake, then it might stall. So here I am in the old Jeep, and I've got my manual right here. So when the car's running right now, and when I want to go, I will put my foot on the clutch, my foot on the brake, and I'll shift into first gear. Now when I go, the car will start to move. So how a clutch works is it's kind of like a backward brake pedal. So when it's all the way in, the power from the engine is not driving the wheels. So as I let it out, more power drives the wheels. And when it's all the way out, then you can press on the gas. The same thing goes for reverse. Earlier I had explained how to shift my newer Jeep into reverse. In this car, when my foot is on the clutch, I can go all the way right and reverse. This clutch is old. It's got a lot of time on it. This vehicle has 158,000 miles on it. So when I'm shifting through the gears, it can be a little more difficult to do sometimes. The clutch is harder, but that just comes with age. All in all, when something is built in the last 40 years or so, the idea is the same. Now, I'd like to talk about stopping on a hill. And of course, the best way to learn is in person. But when you're on a hill, in my new Jeep, it's got hill assist. So if I press down on the brake pedal pretty hard, it'll hold the brake for 3 seconds while I switch my foot off the brake onto the gas and the clutch. Sometimes you need to do clutch and gas at the same time in order to move quickly, you know, if someone's right behind you. But with time, you get used to it. When I first started driving manual, I actually stalled in the middle of the intersection on Road 68. And that was pretty freaky, but I got through it. On this car, when you're stopped on a hill, you'd use the handbrake. And that's kind of your hill assist. So you'd leave it in gear. So I'd put my foot on the clutch, put it in gear, have my handbrake. Now I can take my foot off of the brake and step on the gas. So when you're stopping your car to park, you're gonna want to turn the vehicle off, and I always leave the car in first or second gear. That's kind of like your park brake. When the car's in gear, it won't roll. Of course, I always use the e-brake on top of that, but it's just kind of another fail. Now, when you're at a stop sign or a stoplight and you're stopped, you're gonna leave the car in neutral. It's not good to rest your foot on the clutch. just as it's not good to rest your foot on the brake like you're double-footed driving in an automatic. So you'll be in neutral, and then when you're ready to go, you'll put it in forward or first gear and go. One thing I'd caution you to watch out for is if you're driving a manual primarily, like I do, and you get into an automatic. I'll get into one of my parents' cars and I'll accidentally slam on the brake with my left foot because I'm stopping and I'm needing to put in the clutch. So don't do that. But yeah, you just got to be more aware, I guess. Driving a manual makes you more attentive, more ready to react driver, in my opinion. I'm never off in days off land while I'm driving, you know. So this has been how to drive stick shift video log lesson 1. Thank you.